Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and I'd like to welcome you to the other side of midnight. Already in the chat, we have Christian Delorme. And faithful Blue Wrench Connie Clary. We already have a guest backstage. So without further ado, I'm going to bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, Jedi Bill.
Hello out there. Hello, boys and girls.
All right. All right, so Bill, how's life treating you?
It's life. It is what it is.
Indeed. So how's the weather? Did it clear up? We're underwater here.
Oh, it's just windy and cold. For the desert. It's cold for the desert. Not as cold as it is there in the middle or the east there.
Oh no, it's definitely cooling off in places. All right. So, anything new coming up this week on your channel? Any plans for the future there?
Well, I do want to start putting videos out, but it's just I don't know what to, finding content like that, videos and such. I don't know what people want and what they want, and I try to, try not to do what many other channels are doing. Try to do it, find a topic or something that will keep the people viewing and then coming back. That's always the hard part, is determining making the content enjoyable for the viewers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because that's the thing, is you never really know what's going to hit with people.
Yeah.
Like we did a show, I think about 5 months back now, one of the Western Cinema presents shows on Crossfire Trail.
Yeah.
And that episode blew up.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe. For both of us, really. Well, really, I mean, the numbers you got are believable for you, but for me, it's a little unusual, And the thing is you never really know, what's going to, what videos are going to hit it. It's trying to base the videos that you're going to do in the future, go off of what you've done before. You never, because I go back and I look at videos like that and I think, well, what happened that was so special, that was outside of the norm, that would attract so many people? And you're like, not really much there, to me, because I'm in it, and and I can't see. It's like you can't see the forest for the trees. You don't know how everybody's going to react until they do. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad for that. But it's at the same time you get the views, but you don't necessarily get the feedback, because that's kind of where I am right now, because I don't always know where to go,
Yeah.
So I just kind of put a video out and pray for the best, So there's that, and it's scheduling too, because it's finding the time to actually sit down and, like, I know there's a couple of videos that we've been wanting to do, that we haven't gotten to because, well, mostly my fault on a couple of them, but it's a matter of sitting down and finding the proper time. There are people who ask me, you're doing so much, you're on other channels, you're trying to maintain your own, you have a full-time job, when do you sleep? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Not really. I have this very odd kind of sleep schedule. It probably is not healthy, but it's how it is. And hello to Lady V Elements. Good to see you here. But yeah, I mean, that's why I always ask to chat at the end of my videos. You have any questions? You have anything you like me to review or look at, or subjects that you want me to talk about? Because that helps me decide. And I did my earlier show about the backlash, some of the backlash that the leaked GTA 6 trailer was getting. Now, I don't know much about. I don't consider myself an expert when it comes to gaming, especially I don't have my finger on the pulse of what gamers these days like. I could only speak to what I thought were over the top reactions to basically a 2-minute trailer with footage that might not be included in the game at the end of the day, because it's not going to come out for another year. So it's like, so I approached it from the idea of treating it like a movie trailer, deciding what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and maybe why you don't like a trailer. And then, just because a trailer might not work, that doesn't necessarily mean that the game's going to be better, that the movie's going to be bad, and it's and then you have to throw the whole art is subjective thing in there too. See, but and that's perfectly fine. You can just look at a game like Grand Theft Auto and say, hey, it's not my personal cup of tea. But at the same time, you have people who are kind of hacking on the content of the game when they don't know what the content's going to be yet.
Yeah.
I can look at that trailer and go, okay, that's just standard Grand Theft Auto based on what I know of the games, but I was seeing like a lot of what I felt were kind of like over the top reactions, and I was seeing it from like, from both sides of the political aisle, and I'm like, guys, calm down. It's just all you're going to do, by trying to censor a video game a year before anybody's even played it, is you're just going to have that effect that happened with Hogwarts, with the Hogwarts game. You're just going to send people, to GameStop to buy it. That's all you're going to do. And hello to Jason Fox. Good to see you. Is it deleted? Do you fall asleep at your desk too? Yes. um,
Yeah.
I have fallen asleep in the middle of streams. No,
We're all
we've
guilty
all
of that.
we've all done it. We have all done it. So it's not really, which I'm glad for, because I'm always embarrassed if people get it, but it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're doing kind of like the late nighters like this. But it's like, um, don't fall asleep now. You're hosting. Don't fuck this up. It's your own gig, Um, so yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to hit, and then and this is also partially going to what I was talking about earlier. You have you have the clickbaity type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and again, something that we're kind of all guilty of, I think.
Yeah.
um I mean, I know you certainly do your best not to be. I try my best not to be, but maybe we're not always successful, sometimes.
Yeah.
But so and that's kind of why I started pushing the whole hashtag walk away thing, because at that point you're hate watching.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it comes to a video game, you're kind of hate playing, I guess, although I don't know what the point of that would be. But it's just there's a point where you've just got to cool your jets and wait until you see the final product. Or if you're risking constantly complaining about the final product, I mean, that just gets boring after a while, I think. And that's why I just made the decision that, hey, I'm not going to do videos on certain subjects, or certain things that I'm not going to review, because I don't see the point. And hello, Dulcimerist, good to see you, sir. Everybody, please sub to Dulcimerist. Good guy. Upping by with a like, chilling here. Cool. Thank you for coming in. Lady V says, me too, though. That research is just too good to step away from sometimes. Yeah. The hate watching seems silly and envious. Yeah, because I've reached a point where I don't see the point in it. Um, if it's not for you, if you're not going to like it, just don't watch. And they flat out told us, hey, we're not making this stuff for you anymore. Okay, fine. I'm going to move along. Lady V says, you got to remember, some people need something to whine about to feel the day is complete. I don't know if it's so much that. Because, I mean, if you're going to do this, you have to make content.
Yeah.
You have to. And hello, Lester San Jose.
Hey, Lester.
So, I mean, yeah, you have to come up with something to talk about if you're going to do this. Yeah. But I've just decided that, I'm going to attack certain subjects from a different angle. But, that's me, because I'm getting kind of tired, because, if the videos start getting stale to me, they're going to start being that way to other people. So, I put out the content that I do, and I hope that people like it. And if they do, great. If they don't, okay, the numbers will show that. That's how it is. It is. That's the thing, everybody. YouTube didn't come with an instruction manual.
Nope. And the rules are always changing.
And they are always changing. So, we have to. We're guessing at this a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's
especially when you're a smaller channel like mine. Bill has gotten to a point to where he's reached a certain amount of success. That's my looking at your channel, Bill. I would love to be at the level that you're on. You are on a higher level with your channel than I am with mine, and I get that.
Yeah, well, these things take time.
They do. And
it didn't happen overnight. It's been a it's been a like uphill climb, and I'm still climbing that ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen some slowing down. But I want to continue to climb that ladder. But figuring out how to keep climbing that ladder and keep entertaining an audience, that's the most difficult thing to do.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always make it a point to thank everybody at the end of during a show or at the end of a show, because you guys in the chat, you're why we do this, and why we continue to become. I never thought this show would last 30 plus episodes, but it has. Lady V says, deleted keeping us entertained in these dark hours. And hello, Sashi. Good to see you. I met Sashi in Dulcimeris through Sin's Corner. When
Cool.
she agreed to come on to my show. I don't think she quite knew what she was getting into. I'm surprised she came back the second time, to be honest. But yeah, we have fun. And that's another cool thing too, is you get, you get to the point where you meet other YouTubers and their subscribers start to, pay attention to you. And it's like, it is like this network. It is an organism. It is a living thing.
Yep.
And that's what I like about it. I never thought anybody would want to watch a show that I did, but here we are, and so I guess I'm doing something right. I think you're both entertaining. I love hanging with y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lady V.
Yeah, that's why we do it.
Those comments like that are what keeps us going, put the big smile on our face, and lets us continue to do the things we do, and find new ways to entertain you and have you come back for more. That's what we like.
Right. So that's the reason why at the end of every show I like to thank everybody individually, and I always ask, hey, what do you want to see? And Lady V brought up earlier, what about gamer streams? And I'm like, I'm not really into gamer section, I don't know if I have the technology here within reach to really do one of those kind of things. I know I don't have a working game console. I don't know if you even really need one. But is it something to consider in the future? Sure. But I think there are better channels for it. So it's one of those deals where, hey, I like the gamer channels. This channel is here partially because the gamer channel kind of backed me and encouraged me. Hey, go out and do your thing, But, is that something that I would do myself? I'd consider it. I don't know how good it would be. Because it would just basically be, this long line of expletives because I can't get my game character out of a room. And then I quit in frustration. But it's something to think about doing, but would probably be a long way down the line. I mean, I don't know about you, Bill. Is there anything that you've been thinking about doing? Any plans that you have that you'd be willing to make public right now, or anything that you would like to do in the future?
I just want to keep entertaining folks. However I could figure out how to do so is something to be determined. I really enjoyed entertaining people. I thought about doing variety shows and I just want to make just a lot more quality, really good quality content that'll hopefully continue to build an audience and have folks come back for more.
I'm thinking of starting an OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
deleted scenes was fired today. No. Anyway, sorry.
Anything where you can make
whatever works,
laugh and bring a smile to their face, then you're definitely doing a good job.
Don't joke like that. I was reaching for my wall. Don't tempt me, miss. Anyway, no. Oh, I'm going to get this show pulled down for sure someday eventually. Anyway, but yeah, we YouTube does not come with an instruction manual, as I said before, and as Bill says, they do. There's not a whole lot of transparency. We don't know, what can get you like acclaim, or a strike, because you and me, we've seen channels get taken down for some BS reasons,
Yeah.
And people getting their channels pulled down for reasons they're not even told in some cases.
Yeah.
And having to and they're trying to investigate this, and it's just this all around a mulberry bush thing, where you just it never gets explained. But so that that's why you have times where people sort of have to self-censor, and they don't do it because they want to self-censor themselves. They do it because they're afraid of there are certain words that will get stream yeeted. So we kind of have to talk around certain issues. I did an episode of Unscripted called Broken Covenant. That was a pretty heavy issue. And I really did think that stream was going to get taken down. But I guess I just worded things in a way, I thought I gave a fairly fair assessment of that particular situation that I was discussing. But, I also know I was going into territory that have gotten entire channels knocked down. But somehow, maybe it's because I am a small channel, that saves me sometimes. I don't know. You never know, because they don't tell you. So I just figure, okay, I didn't get any negative feedback. Keep doing what you're doing. That's the way I look at it. And of course, you and I have done karaoke streams, and those are constantly getting claims.
Yeah, always claimed.
All the time. I mean, folks, you would not believe, the number of claims that we get on shows like that, and you never really know, what songs you're going to get hit on, until it's kind of happened multiple times,
We're doing cover of these songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get claimed on them. They don't affect our channel, but
no,
I've put up fights for them several times, and they just like they tell you no, you can't win. So I gave up on fighting them because at the end of the day they have their say.
Yeah. Christian says OnlyFans are for freaks. I could see deleted scenes making money showing off his feet. I probably could. I don't know. I like to watch for medical purposes. Yeah, medical and science. The science. She is the science. If I get my filters off, then I get banned pretty quick. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I haven't, to be honest. And hello to Tim. Good to see you. Give it this deleted. You have great taste in women. Well, I hope I do. Sashi says YouTube is like the minefield in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah. Thought about going to Rumble to start Playgrounds. Their system is a bit weird. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to learn more about Rumble because I wouldn't mind doing more there. Yes, you are a small channel. You're not yet monetized. Yeah, that's the thing. If I was monetized, they would probably go after me a lot more.
Yeah, which they recently changed the rules back in late June of this year. You now only need you can get monetized at 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours. As of ending, he has 3 uploads. So the game has changed, and that's another thing with YouTube. YouTube is hungry for creators right now because I've heard people argue about thing over the ads, and I don't fully understand it, but they are quickly monetizing a lot of folks, which is good for the small content creator, but in the long run, it's going to be very difficult to maintain. I don't know. I kind of worried in that,
Good night, Christian.
It's kind of like the stores. A lot of retail stores, Target, Walmart, they're doing away with physical media. It seems like because they want you to sign on to their streaming service, so you pay for that, which is not good. It's not a good thing. And now they've got Congress involved.
Yeah. Otherwise, you might have gotten deleted from YouTube. Yeah. Getting deleted sounds dirty AF. The Common Nerd might have actually gotten deleted for pissing off some woke director, even though YouTube claims it was someone eating banana was sexual. Yeah, I know the clip they're talking about, and it's a clip that he ran at the end of every show, and it was still a stupid reason to eat his channel, I mean, and that's part of what I'm talking about, is you never know what's going to... I think it's just because I guess he just, ticked somebody else off, and somebody just decided to go after him. I haven't talked to him about it, but, it's just one of those things, like I said, they don't tell us. The rules change. And that's why you have to kind of self-censor sometimes. Let me see. Let me scroll up here. I don't want to ignore the chat. Tim says Rumble is more politics. Well, it's not so much that it's more politics necessarily. It's just that's a place where you can go deeper into a more political subject. Like I don't consider what I do to be kind of overtly political. I think I've said enough where people might know that I lean one way more than the other. But, actually, politically, I consider myself something of an agnostic, because I have really serious issues when it comes to both parties, really. And I'm not afraid to say it sometimes. Unscripted tonight, I went after both parties, really, because I thought they were both out of line over something that was really stupid. And I called them out on it. Which I will continue to do. But yeah, I think being a smaller channel and the fact that I haven't been monetized yet. Who knows? Maybe this time next year I will be, but for right now I'm not. So I think I'm kind of flying below the radar in a lot of ways. Tim says you have to have the watch hours along with a certain amount of subs. Yeah, that's the thing is, I'm more confident that I'll get X amount of subs before the watch hours. I'm really more concerned about watch hours, to be honest with you. Ads is ruining for a lot of viewers. Yeah, the ad thing hasn't really been so much an issue with me, but I do know it's affected a number of other channels. I'm gonna be hungry if they were to bring more channels back. Yeah. One of the channels I watch, MXR Plays, gets a scare at least once a year. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me either. If YouTube wants to compete with Rumble, they're going to have to bring more channels back. Indeed.
Sorry, I had to let the doggy out.
That's okay. Streaming services can suck. Yeah, again, it's just a matter of personal taste. I like Shudder. I like a few of the other ones, but for the most part, I don't bother with a lot of them. So that's overreach for Congress to get involved with Walmart. I don't know this whole story yet. I guess that's something I'm going to have to look into. Bill, I guess this is based off of your statement of Congress getting involved. So,
well, I just know that somebody put out a video about talking about Congress stepping in and doing something or having an argument.
Something to look into for the future.
Yeah.
Right. So I think a percentage depends on the audience too, like who's reporting the vid. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like it's basically like not being allowed to face your accuser. Bananas are awesome. Here we have banana fritters. That stuff is amazing. Sorry. Okay, we're having a banana debate in the chat. Yes, well, Jesse can get a bit too loud and foul mouth at times when he starts raining, so that could have been held against him. You know what? Maybe. You're not going to please. You're not going to please everybody. And there have been times where people behind the scenes, have disagreed with me. And that's perfectly fine. But it never went. It never went any farther than that. And hold on a second. So I guess that this is the video that discusses it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I went to the wrong screen, I think. Hold on.
Oopsies.
Screenception!
I would probably just put the link in chat, in the public chat.
Well, there's a video from WDW Pro. that came out 2 days ago entitled Physical Media Over, Congress and Corporations Make Media Ownership Difficult, PS5 Scandal Expands. Yeah, this is about... This is about PlayStation taking Discovery content off of their servers, and this is something that the aged boomer went into a little bit on Geeky Geezers tonight.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, it's part of. This is the thing that you have to understand when you're purchasing digital copies or content off of streaming services. You don't technically own it. They can take that content off of their channel at any time.
Or off of their service, like Xbox. Like, say you have an Xbox Pass and you maybe purchase a digital movie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't own that movie. It could be gone in a heartbeat. It's like, but you paid $20 for it, or you paid $25 for it. It could be gone because some studio or
Tim says, don't worry about trying to get monetized unless you want to turn it into a career. It's not so much turning it into a career. And there are, and we both know people who do make enough money off of it to pay their bills. But I know I'm not at that point yet. If I could be, I would do it. If I was confident enough that I could make the money that I would need to pay my bills over a month just by doing YouTube, I would do that.
Yeah.
But I am nowhere near that point yet. So the people who are, hey, respect, my hat's off to them. Go for it. But the point is when, and people joke about how much I'm on the air, that this is why people calling YouTubers grifters pisses me off. Because a lot of us, we don't make money from this.
Not even me. I mean, I've at it 3 years. And yes, I get a little here and there, but it ain't
sure.
It ain't enough support. The support,
No. So these people who go on and say that we're being paid off by one particular group or another to, discuss certain subjects in videos, that's complete bullshit. We don't get paid for this. I do it because people keep encouraging me to come on. I said during this show that I wasn't going to be able to do unscripted next week, because I've got this prior engagement. And there's like, wait, what do you mean? And that really pumped me up because I'm glad that, people care enough about the fact that I might not be able to come on next week. I was just, I know who I'm on up against when I do these shows. Those people, a lot of them are my friends, yeah. This is Connie says, I know I'm on both channels that are under the radar. Yeah, I mean, Connie has, Connie has a small channel. It's growing, but I think she'll have the same number of subs as me before too long, I think. Even those that are monetized have been making content for years are getting screwed for views and always be one thing or another. Yeah, that's another thing. And I don't know if you've noticed this, Bill, but they're very slow about posting how many views you've gotten.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's like, I will know that I had like X number of people in chat.
Mm-hmm.
And probably people lurking in the background, because there's always one or two, and that's perfectly fine. And that's good. But, and then when the video's over, to say one view, I had 14 people in chat. I know I had more people than that watching. So it's like, it's not that up to the minute. They're not up to the minute with the numbers, which is another thing that's frustrating, because you don't always know if anybody's watching, because it's fluctuating throughout. And when you end a video and it says one view, when you had,
Uh-huh.
that number of people watching, and bless you,
thank you.
Just a hay fever.
When something tickles your nose, you just gotta sneeze.
Yeah. The thing is that's another thing where you never quite know where you stand until afterward,
Well, can I bring up an example? 2 years ago, we did Western cinema.
Uh-huh.
It was open range, and in the time since we've aired that, now I never try to make the Western cinema clickbaity. It's just people. YouTube is a search engine. It is a search engine. Now, I did my best to say, hey, if you're not here for the live presentation, I cannot provide the film. You have to be here live to catch the film live. In our separate skiing room, But in the time, in that 2 years, it's on my channel. It's gotten 141 K views, and I'm sure people are just clicking on there hoping to find the movie. Yeah, find a movie. I know, because I've seen some really dishonoring comments, but it's like, hey, I did my best to tell you that this is Ivan. I can't actually do this here. This is a watch party, watch along thing. This isn't. I can't do this because I'm not a network. I'm not somebody big with big daddy Warbucks money.
And that's why we make that point. And why other people always make that point whenever we do a watch party. We can't. We cannot show this content because it is copyrighted content. But I would like to think that we still make those shows entertaining enough that even if someone can't follow along for whatever reason, it's still an entertaining enough of a show that people will listen. And that's all I ever try to do. There is no method to my particular brand of madness. I don't know how to be anybody other than myself. And one thing that I'm really good at is sort of this useless movie trivia.
Yeah.
And so that or something where I do have access to it. And so, okay, I use that, and then otherwise I'm basically just riffing the movie. Really, it's all I'm doing. And we're doing a movie next week I've never seen. know nothing about past a brief synopsis that we read earlier today.
Yep.
And so basically next week, unless I have a chance to see it on my own between now and then, what you're going to be seeing next week is going to be me riffing that movie. And if it's bad, like something, for example, like Ghost Riders that we did on Halloween.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how Mystery Science Theater missed that movie. Because it's so bad. But it was fun to watch. That's probably my favorite show that we've ever done. Because we're still laughing about it.
Well, we need to get what we should do. We should go back and redo that and get maybe 2 or 3 others, and we could totally riff track it. Make a whole show out of it.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do like a riff tracks type show. I don't know. We can certainly start with that one. The chat's getting ahead of us. I don't want to lose everybody. Where I live, we have 2 main political parties too, but speaking out against the ruling party might make you go missing. So at least you have it slightly better for now. Yeah, for now. I am concerned now. I'm fine with ads. I support that on uploaded vids. But with live shows, they started placing ads at the beginning, delaying the viewer experience. Yeah, I've seen that happen too. Yeah, don't do that in public, Sashi. Stay safe. Yeah. Social discipline going to be a thing in the future when we get out of control. Yeah, I've been seeing things lately I never thought I'd see.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this country, anyway. On my other channel, I have 2 partial blocked content because of 2 different songs from my dance class. Yeah, that's I've had that happen. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit here. I want to acknowledge Dustin is in the house. Keto Simple. Good to see you, sir.
Heyo. Keto Simple.
All right, let me scroll back up here. Decades of living here has made me automatically cautious. I always have filters engaged. Yeah. It might have been legally required to take stuff off. Then it could be they weren't making money off of some of the digital stuff. Yeah, but the thing is we know to look for that, Tim. But the normies, they're just going to go like, "Hey, what the hell?" Because they don't follow this like we do, and they don't know that these streaming services can just arbitrarily take content off of. You never know. You got to be careful. They had to come back and set the record straight. Creedence Gold 13 on Gilded. Mm-hmm. And I know you have great taste in women, and Lady V Elements is a keeper later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little behind the scenes thing there, guys. Okay. Thanks, Christian. Who's keeping who and what's gilded? Not going to go into that right now. Okay. Isn't that more show corporations just shills for them would call YouTubers grifters? Yeah, it is a lot of the shills. It's a lot of the shill types. Yeah. Mainstream news media. Or whoever's writing for Marvel these days. The girl's loud. I did not agree to that, by the way. Facebook wasn't a place for sales at first either. It's all considered social media blogging. They just figured out how to make money from it. Yeah.
Well, they've got their own version of shorts or TikTok with reels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. YouTube also started competing with TikTok by starting shorts. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone can make a short from any video too. Yeah, that's true too. If I knew anything about editing, I would probably do more shorts based on the longer form videos that I do. Yeah, you see? So how we clip this with the lead saying he's going to start an OnlyFans. I think that makes it harder for some channels to grow. I mean, the whole thing with I don't mind doing shorts. I'm probably going to do more of them. I started out doing shorts, and I've done shorts on other platforms before and was successful at it. It's just that I feel even now a little freer to speak my mind on YouTube than on those platforms. Like when y'all go live, a message show I didn't really interact unless I'm being interacted with. That's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Let me scroll up. I'd love YouTube to generate me enough income to sustain us. Yeah, I mean we all would. Because it's like, we put more, we put so much time, into this when we could be somewhere else. We do this because we love it, and we love interacting with people in chat and other creators, and that's why we do this. In the end, I'd love to listen to you read deleted. You have a great voice. Okay, well, you'd be the first to say it. Thank you. Useless movie trivia. We probably all have that, dude. Yeah.
Indeed.
He's found his people.
When we can remember it.
Yeah. I thrive on useless movie trivia. Well, you've come to the right place.
You've come to the right place.
I don't try to use music unless YouTube provides the music or StreamYard provides it. Well, there are, there are, royalty-free sites.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple of them that have allowed me to use content. It's just that, for whatever reason, I can't seem to download it, or else I would use a lot more in my shows of the royalty-free stuff. Because there's some great royalty-free channels out there, and I advise all of you to it is just, go to them and say, hey, I would like to use your music. And usually if you credit them, either in the thumbnail or, in the little, what's the word I'm looking for, Bill? When the description for the video, if you just, credit them in the description, usually they'll agree to let you use whatever, it's just actually downloading it has been a kind of an issue with me for whatever reason, or otherwise I'd use more royalty-free music. Curious now, spill it. No. The first rule of Gilded is we don't talk about Gilded. The second rule of Gilded is you don't talk about Gilded.
Yeah, that's
The third rule is if it's your first night of Gilded, you keep one hand free. Moving on. I think the shorts is actually helping small channels. If I see a short clip of a decent show, I sub and go full view. Yeah. That's how I found a number of channels. I just posted a short a few minutes ago, and my niece, I only post them if I think it adds value. I'm not going to go viral, most likely with shorts, I'm more likely with long form content. I seem to be doing okay with either one. So, I know there are some people that don't like shorts or don't see the point in them, but I still post them from time to time. Oh, speaking your mind? That's crazy talk. YouTube has been paying me about 20 or 30 bucks a month. I make more from affiliate sales, though not much more, though. In this day and age, I wouldn't count on it. Maybe if the economy gets better, YouTube might be able to provide for us. Yeah, that's another thing, too. Get out there and vote, kids. That's all I'm going to say. Used the free YouTube music. I used the free YouTube music. I have there access to a site to grab music from, though it's difficult to get YouTube not to block it anyway. Not figured it out. Made my own music for intro and outros and still got hit. Doesn't make enough sense. Yeah, I used to follow this guy who uses a lot of his own music in his videos. And he had a video that he had done kind of really early on when he was first starting out. And he didn't like it, so he pulled it down because he wasn't happy with the quality of the video. And 6 months after he had already pulled the video down, he got a copyright strike for music. It's his music that he had in a video that he already pulled down, and he got a strike for that. So again, what do you do?
Like I said, they're always changing the rules.
Yeah.
It's hard to be on the platform when they're always changing the rules.
Yeah.
Changing the rules, changing terms.
So YouTube has some royalty-free music and videos you can get away with using, but the problem is you can only use them on YouTube and not on Rumble. Well, okay. That's good to know, I guess. Roberto Blake makes his own music. He has a channel that streams his lo-fi music. He's a YouTuber in need of helping other YouTubers. Oh, nice. I'll have to look him up then. All right. Thank you, Dustin. Oh, YT is done for that one. Yeah. That's like Herman Lee from Dragon Force got kicked off with Twitch for playing Dragon Force songs. Yike. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's a crapshoot. You never know what videos are going to hit. I have a video right now that was a collaboration that I did with Bill. That's sitting at like 900 plus views right now and going up. I didn't know it was going to be that big a deal when we did it, but it's gotten there, and Bill's gotten twice the views for it that I have, if not more. Then again, I also have videos that have 2 views. Literally like 2, and they're probably both me. But the thing is you never know You never know what's going to hit. You never know if you're going to upset anyone with your content. Yeah, and YouTube changes the rules on you sometimes. It's a crapshoot. But we do it because we love it, and we do it because we like the interaction with the subs. We like interacting with people in the chat. We like interacting with other creators. And this isn't going to make us millionaires, but damn, man, we're having fun.
Yeah.
Lesson said,
no,
sorry, go ahead.
Those like for youngsters or young people who say they want to make a living from YouTube, you have to work extremely hard and put in a lot of time. And with a landscape that's always changing, it gets more difficult down the line in the long term. But I mean, I'm not telling you not to. If you can get out there and produce content good enough and never insult your audience or never be disgenuine, be kind, be kind, be yourself, and you may find you could, but I don't foresee high hopes for a lot of new content creators to continue to be relevant. Because that's the thing, you always have to find something that is going to be entertaining or speaks to a certain audience and grow an audience, build up your community, and helping others is always good. We like helping other channels grow, big and small. Just together we do, and without each other, there's not much to go on. We get by with help from each other.
Dustin says, if it comes down to the labels, they pay services to monitor. Small bands can use services like CD Baby, and they will monitor that stuff for you. And Sashi is heading out. I'm at my store, and a thunderstorm is starting up. Usual stuff when living near the equator. Well, okay. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to hit the like. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time, man.
Yeah, take care, Sasha.
I've seen some channels have more likes than views. Tell me how that works. System is flawed, especially after updates. I've seen that too. It happens with me all the time. I don't know. YouTube views takes hitting on thumbnail, title, content quality, how long somebody watches when they click on the video. It's a lot of factors. Yeah, that's true too. You don't seem to hurt anyone's feelings with content unless you got after Disney. Yeah. I've definitely taken my share of shots at Disney. But the thing is, when Disney does something right, which is a rarity, but when they do something right, I think I've been pretty fair at mentioning that too. I insult and troll everyone at some point. It's all in good fun, though. Yeah, just keep it in good fun. Because there are people who will do that, who just come into chats just to start arguments, and I don't see the point in that. I've been doing this over 3 years, over 500 videos. It's possible, but it's going to take work, dedication, consistency, and more importantly, be thick-skinned. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Kettle Simple. I noticed that you started in January of 2020, and I didn't start till like May of 2020. I'm a little bit behind you, but yeah. Congrats, man.
Indeed. It's easy to get more likes than views. Yeah, that's possible too. Yeah. I do okay though. I'm happy with for the most part. A channel gets promoted on someone else's live stream. Yeah, that's why, we make the big deal of, hey, what are you doing next on your channel? Put the link in the chat and all that, Go after Disney, not got after, can't spell. I know what you meant. And you're welcome, Dustin. Can't show deleted though, he's untrollable. Oh, no, don't get me, don't get me wrong. I get my share of trolls too, but but for the most part, for the most part, like during a show, people have been pretty chill with me. It's usually in the comments that I get, kind of kicked in the rear end a little bit, but like I said, that's not something that happens often. I do lives on my channel. I do my best to promote channels in my niche, other channels where it will benefit that channel. Do 3 lives a week on my channel. I'm on Toxic Tuesday. Yes, which is where we became familiar with one another, was off of Toxic Tuesday. I've been on Toxic Tuesday now 4 times, I think, 4 or 5, and it's always been fun. It gets a little rowdy. It's not a show for the youngins, but that's kind of the point. Yeah, that's a really fun show. Unfortunately, I'm not always there live because I'm doing my Twin Peaks show, and it kind of at the same time. Is usually when my show is wrapping up is when Toxic Tuesday gets started, so I kind of have to go from. There's a lot of back and forth, but we had to pick Tuesday for Sparkwood in 21 because when we decided on a day, that was the day everybody could do it, and then my schedule changed after the show started. So, it was kind of like going back to zero. But anyway, this is a Toxic Tuesday trading places this week. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'll be in the chat. I'll probably join you a little bit late because I don't know how long Sparkwood and 21 is going to go for. We're probably going to be a little bit over an hour this week because we tried to keep in general, we tried to keep the show to about an hour and a half to 2 hours at most. But I think we're only going to maybe be like an hour this week. I don't know because we're still working that out. But yeah, I'm going to try and be there for the show. Hold on. Yeah, 2 days a week early to Sundays at 7:30 a.m. Yeah, I've done shows that early, but very rare. Very rarely do I do early morning shows. I don't get up before 11 a.m. on weekends if I'm lucky. Yeah, I try not to either, unless I have to work. Toxic Tuesday I don't watch often since they usually cover films I've never watched all the way through. Yeah, I can understand that. But sometimes I don't mind either. I started doing Saturday morning lives too because I'm awake and home by myself. The wife works weekends. Yeah, I mean, that too. It's just a matter of scheduling around your, your real life and then your online life. It can be difficult sometimes, but we get it done. Yeah, time management. Yeah, which is something I need to work on, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Next Saturday, I have a question of who's coming up on 300K subs. I have a guest who's on. Oh, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. I think that's supposed to be a G and not a Q. Next Saturday, I have a guest on who's coming up on 300K subs. That would be interesting. Oh, cool. Nice. All right, chat. Before Bill and I wrap it up here, do you have any questions for us? Since you've got us both here.
Yep.
Open topic. Hit us with your best shot. We can take it. Okay. Anyway. And while we give people a chance to type up their questions here, I want to remind everyone that it will be once again Mystery Movie Night at the Regal. You'll find out what movie it is, and I'll review it outside of the theater. I'm shooting for a 9:30 start time, but it could be a few minutes sooner or it could be later, depending on when the film finishes. Of course, Tuesday, the next episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. And we are going to delve into The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer. We're going to be listening to the audio version, written by Jennifer Lynch, performed by Laura Palmer herself, Cheryl Lee. I have not heard the audio version before, so this is going to be interesting. I've read the book. I have a copy. It's sitting right over there on the counter in front of me. So please look forward to that. And Bill, do you have anything coming up this week?
Just the action theater on Thursday, and
yes,
and probably some more karaoke on Wednesday. Batman will be played in action theater on Thursday. Mel Gibson. Tim asks if you could reboot any TV show from the 1980s, what would you choose?
Could you reboot any show from the 80s?
I was going to say no Night Court, but they have already done that.
Yeah. A show from the 80s that I don't know. I don't know if I'd want anybody touching anything from the 80s.
You know what I would like to see? If they could do it, but they would no way in hell be able to do it. The Dukes of Hazzards. America's Greatest Hero.
I wouldn't mind seeing maybe like a really decent Knight Rider reboot.
I think they did. They tried that too.
They've tried it before. Yeah. Airwolf.
I think that would be that was at the tip of my mind too. There,
Dustin brought up Airwolf. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing like a decent version of Airwolf. Okay. The chat's kind of jumping ahead of us a little bit. Let me get back to them. We're good. Any movies you want to buy as an on Blu-ray? Well, there are definitely some 4Ks coming up. Aliens, The Abyss.
Oh yes,
True Lies. Die Hard is getting a 4K. So those are definitely on my list. There's a limited edition 4K for the David Cronenberg movie Existence. I'd really like to get a hold of that before that sells out. I got to look back into it. That's definitely one I would want to get. Yes, question. Will Chris's punishment be public? Can I watch? That would be up to him. Okay. Moving on. Most of the TV shows I'd like to see rebooted were already messed up with movies in the mid 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady V says a Highlander series needs a reboot, but if it's not Adrian Paul, it would suck. Well, they are doing a film version with Henry Cavill that's actually looking pretty good. So they're still in the middle of shooting it, though, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes.
I'd like to take a new take on the Fall Guy. You know,
they're doing that.
Are they?
Yeah.
An out of work stuntman doing odd jobs. Yeah,
they're doing that with Ryan Gosling. There's a trailer for it and everything. It's going to come out.
Damn it, Hollywood! Stop invading my brain.
I meant movies on Blu-ray that you want to buy. Yeah, that the list I gave you is pretty much what I'm looking for. Let me see. Dulcimere says, I like the old Voyager show, the time traveling one, or Airwolf. Yeah, Voyagers really didn't get a fair shake. I could see that being done today if they had somebody who could do it right. Dulcimerist also says Automan would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Knots Landing, Falcon Crest. I'd like to see a serious attempt at Miami Vice. So I take it you did not like the Miami Vice movie, Dustin?
Who did?
I did.
You did? Really?
Yeah, I did.
I hated it. I'm sorry.
I thought it was fine. Yeah. That might be cool. Henry C is cool. Yeah. No, Lady V is crying. There is a Fall Guy movie coming out. Yeah. But he didn't like the trailer, so I don't know. We'll see. There's time. 60 Minutes killed Voyagers. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bad time slot. I don't remember, to be honest. I watched it, but it didn't stick. That's fine. That's honest. I gotta tell you though, for as much as I did like the movie, I'm kind of back and forth on the ending. Because it kind of depends on what it seems to depend on what mood I'm in when I'm watching it. Anyway, I guess I'm in a minority. Lady V is not a fan of Henry Cavill. Okay.
Yes, see that.
Bad Boys was better. Oh, Bad Boys, I always looked at that as being more of a comedy, action comedy anyway, so. I never saw the third one. I didn't get around to it. I don't know if I'm going to bother now. Okay, folks, I think we're going to about wrap it up here. Wait a minute. Dustin's got one more thing to say here. I wish they didn't mess up the Gray Man. The books are so good. Yeah. I haven't seen the movie. The trailer for it didn't impress me all that much. It looked like they were probably going to mess it up. I might still give it a look. I don't know, but I'm not in a hurry. Was BJ and the Bear inspired by Han and Chewie from Star Wars? Maybe. I don't really remember BJ and the Bear all that well, so it's Greg Evigan and a chimp that in a truck. That's all I remember. Yeah.
It's been ages. I did remember watching the show. I can't tell you about the show. It's left my memory. Just what it was.
Yeah.
for report, says Lady B. You always crack me up, Lady V. Love you for that.
That's where my mind went to. BJ Vibey, yeah. I don't know. 80s shows that could be rebooted. Not that we're saying they should. I don't.
I would like to see something original that has never been done and tried. I am so. It's been so oversat. Entertainment has been saturated with repeats and reboots. I give me some new sci-fi content, some new action, something. There's got to be a story out there, There's got to be something.
Yeah, just make something new. Small Wonder, yeah. That one show where the girl could stop time and her father has a voice in a box that was Burt Reynolds. Are you recalling this, Bill?
Oh.
Tim is saying out of this world. Yeah, but I don't remember Burt Reynolds being well, yeah. Evie from Out of This World had the ability to stop time, but I don't remember Burt Reynolds or anything. Okay. Something new, steampunk Amish. There you go. An Amish action movie would be fun. We kind of got that with Witness in a way. Amish are underrepresented in sci-fi movies.
An Amish zombie flick.
What's that coming of age ritual the Amish men do? Rumspringa. Yeah.
Rumspringa.
Yes, I don't think it was Burt Reynolds, or if it wasn't made now. She had to talk to her father, which was a box charm pyramid thing, and it was Burt. Oh. Okay. Well, I missed that back in the day. Okay. Cool. All right. Like I said, I only kind of remember the girl from that show because I thought she was cute. So. That would make a great title. Dustin says, yeah, just checked IMDb. Okay. So Burt Reynolds was in Out of This World. Confirmed. Okay.
Would be interesting if they could make Land of the Lost, and something new, but without Will Ferrell. Okay, without Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As Dustin says, yeah, they mess things up when they make them in the movies. Yeah. Most of the time they do. There was Land of the Lost live action Saturday morning show in the 90s on ABC.
I only saw the one from the 70s. I didn't know they made one in the 90s. And the 90s was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Depending on what number follows 9 after 9.
Hubert. Yeah, there was a Hubert series. All right, it's bedtime, and yes, it is. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Lady V, Dustin, Tim. Let me scroll up. I don't want to forget anybody. Sashi Dulcimerist, Tim, Connie, Christian, okay. Did I want to make sure I didn't forget anybody? And I think we're good. Chat's still going. Hold on. Or that Nintendo show where the guy had the controller belt buckle on his zapper gun. Yeah, that was that. Hubert was part of CBS Saturday Morning Supercade. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember that show Starcade that was on, I think, TBS in the afternoons. It might have been Nickelodeon, but I keep thinking it was TBS. That was the arcade kind of game show. That was cool. Sleestacks scared me when I was a kid. They were really grabby. They were like trying to molest a human, stranger danger. Yeah. The word sleaze is even in their names. One And Tim is saying Starcade was on TBS. Yeah, that's what I thought. 5:05 in the afternoon, Starcade. Yep. You can't do that on television.
Oh yeah, that one was classic.
That was a great show.
Hey, we can make our own. You can't do that on YouTube. Oh, you can't do that on YouTube.
Shout
that would
Factory
be a hoot.
Go ahead. Yeah, it would. Shout Factory had the rights to the repeats of Starcade and planned to reboot it, but it never happened. Damn. That's too bad. You could do that today. You really could. All right, folks. Going to go ahead and close it out. Great chat. Thank you all for being here. Please hit the like, share the stream, say hello in the comments because it helps the algorithm. If you are lurking in the background, thank you very much. It's okay. You do not have to engage in the chat, just as long as you enjoyed the show. Dulcimeris is saying Barth made their food on that show, and Snake Eyes was their bus driver. I miss you. You can't, yeah. The new G4 reran Starcade before the new G4 went under. Yeah, they did that to themselves. Alanis Morissette was on that show. Yes, she was. Yeah, you can't do that on television. Alanis Morissette, 12 years old. Check it out. And she doesn't look much different. You can recognize it's her right away. Bluff Chick Productions. Good to see you.
Hello.
All right. Like I said earlier, I'm probably what I think I'm probably going to do, since I'm not going to be doing unscripted, is I'm probably going to do something that's going to kind of meld the two shows, this one and unscripted, and just kind of do something a little bit different. And Bill, if we're both available for it, if you want to come on, I'll hit you up with the link, and we'll come up with something a little bit different to do than go a little off the beaten track.
Sounds
for next
good.
week. Tim says you can't do that on television. Was a Canadian kids version of SNL. Yeah. And I think you could say probably better than most of SNL in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's where Nickelodeon got the whole slime thing. Yeah, they did. Those crazy Canadian kids there talking about their slime and all. You hosers, get out of here. Yeah, that was a good show. They should put that out on. I would love to see like a complete series DVD for you
box
can't do
set.
that on television box set. Yeah,
box set, HD, 4K, do it all.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. I'd like to once again thank the chat. Anyone who is lurking in the background, everyone who watches the replay, thank you very much. You're why we do it. I want to once again thank Jedi Bill for joining me. From HQ and our second home office in Arizona. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win.